What's going on, everybody? It's your boy King Kaif back in your life with another NBA basketball breakdown and predictions video, as always. So let's get right down into it. Our breakdown of last night's NBA games. We start off with the Denver Nuggets beating the New Orleans Pelicans 99-98 behind Nikola Jokic's 25 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists, putting up more MVP-like numbers. And like I've said before, and I'll say it again, he's not going to win. They won't give it to him 3 times. He deserves it, sure. I don't think he will get it. Right now, it's a kind of jumble. I don't know who will get it. We'll have to see in the coming weeks, who really wants it. In our next game, we have Julius Randle and the New York Knicks beating the Cleveland Cavaliers 105-103 behind Julius Randle's 36 points, 13 rebounds, and 8 3-point makes. I said for them to have a chance, the Knicks, I said if they had a chance, they needed to have a big game from Jalen Brunson and or Julius Randle. They got that, and they got the win. Big win for New York. Didn't let their home crowd down, and I move on. In our next game, we have the Miami Heat coming back against the Boston Celtics, beating them 98-95 behind Bam Adebayo's 30 points, 15 rebounds, and 2 steals. And the Heat just finding out that Jimmy Butler wasn't able to go a couple hours before tip is crazy. Bam Adebayo, he thinks he deserves to be in the All-Star game, and I'm inclined to believe him. He put up great numbers. He's been putting up great numbers. He will definitely be, I do believe he'll be a reserve, but he'll be in the All-Star game nonetheless. And it was a great comeback win for the Miami Heat against one of the best teams in the league in the Boston Celtics. In our next game, we have the LA Clippers beating the LA Lakers 133-115 behind Paul George's 27 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 3-point makes. I said the Clippers win. They're starting to get their groove. They're starting to figure it out. And right now they're the best team in LA. LeBron played great, but it wasn't good enough. He didn't have enough, help from Patrick Beverley, from Dennis Schroeder. Rui Hachimura didn't even play. He was there. Why wouldn't you suit him up? What did you need to get a physical done? He's young. He should have played. He should have played. If I was the LA Lakers, I would have made him play. But that's just me. In our next game, we have the Indiana Pacers beating the Chicago Bulls 116-110 behind the rookies Benedict Mathurin's 26 points and 7 rebounds. He's going to be the runner-up for Rookie of the Year. He's been playing great basketball, representing Canada very well. So it's Paolo Banchero and him in that race, and Paolo's easily winning, but he's a quick second. In our next game, we have the Washington Wizards beating the Dallas Mavericks 127-126 behind Kyle Kuzma's 30 points and 5 rebounds. Kyle Kuzma, my boy, that is not fashion, that is ugly. Just on a side note there. Great win from the Wizards. They needed one, and they're honestly looking like quite the contender. I wouldn't say a title contender, but they'll definitely be in the playoffs, and they could make a run. Do I see them making a run? No. Do I see them winning maybe possibly 1 out of their 7 playoff games that they get? Yes. And in our last and final game, we have the Phoenix Suns destroying the Charlotte Hornets 128-97 behind Cameron Johnson's 24 points and 6 3-point makes. They're starting to get it together. They're 1 game over 500. They could keep this rolling. They got to get Devin Booker back, of course. But let's get into our Wednesday slate here of games and our predictions. Starting over here on our left side of the bracket, we have the Timberwolves taking on the Pelicans. Mind you, Brandon Ingram's finally back after his foot contusion, his big toe foot contusion, and I think he'll come back playing great basketball. I don't think he'll have it. They said he'll play if he doesn't have a setback in pregame. If he has a setback in pregame from a toe contusion, you gotta be kidding me, bro. You gotta be kidding me. Play, Brandon Ingram. We all know you ain't hurt, buddy. You're just resting. You're load managing. Kawhi Leonard, is that you? Kawhi's even playing more than you right now. Kawhi's played more of the season than you, and you're younger than him. But anyways, I love Brandon Ingram. This is no slight on Brandon Ingram. I just want to see the guy play. And I think he'll have a big game, and I think he'll put his team over against the Timberwolves. In our next game, I never predict these games because I don't want to put any bad juju on my boys, the Warriors. But hopefully we can get this win. No Steven Adams, so hopefully we can use that to our advantage and get inside that paint and do some work. And all I'm going to say is Steph Curry got a new haircut. Short-haired Steph is an absolute monster. So hopefully he shows up tonight. Hopefully the other Warriors come along for the ride. And hopefully we can close it out and, take a lead and hold a lead. All I'm hoping is to get like a 6-7 seed, not be in the play-in. Even if we're in the play-in, I like our chances. But I'd like to be like the 5 or 6 seed, That'd be a good place for us. But hopefully my boys get that dub, and we'll see how it goes. They're always entertaining games nonetheless. In our next game, we have the Jazz taking on the Trailblazers. Trailblazers coming back and getting a win after that terrible blowout to the Lakers, beating the Spurs. The Jazz getting some wins along the way. Right now, I'm going to take the Trailblazers at home. I think it'll be really close. I could see the Jazz pulling away in this one. Something just tells me Damian Lillard is still a little bit peeved, a little bit pissed off from that Lakers loss, and he'll just want to put it on every team now. I'm going to say Damian Lillard has a big game, probably 40 to like 39 to 40 points, and I'm going to say Anthony Simons has like 25 to 30-ish points too, and they put it on the Jazz early. But like I said, never sleep on the Jazz here. We have the Spurs taking on the Lakers. Will Rui Hachimura play? If he does, I'm going to take the Lakers here. I could see the Spurs beating the brakes of the Lakers, though, just not knowing what hit them. Coming off a back-to-back. Will LeBron play on a back-to-back? I would assume so. If LeBron doesn't play, this will be a blowout for the Spurs. If he does play, it'll be a close game, and I think the Lakers get the win and they squeak it out. Spurs are no slouch. They're a great young basketball team, coached by one of the best coaches ever to coach in NBA league, in Greg Popovich, so never count the Spurs out. So we'll see where that one goes. On to our next game, we have the Wizards coming off a back-to-back, taking on the Rockets, who just got a win at home. I'm going to take the Wizards here. I think they're going to keep it rolling here. I think that Bradley Beal will have a bigger game tonight. He's just kind of getting his feet wet again, and I think he'll have a big game. And if Kristaps Porzingis plays, which I would assume he will, I think they get not a big win, but another win in the win column against the young Rocket team. In our next game, possibly game of the night, even though I'd say my game is game of the night, possibly. We have the Nuggets taking on the Bucks. Two big men going at it in Jokic and Giannis. Will Giannis guard Jokic? I don't believe so. I think Brook Lopez will. I think Aaron Gordon and Giannis will be on each other. And Giannis, that is baby food all day. Aaron Gordon cannot guard. I'm sorry. If he's bigger than Aaron Gordon can't guard. Aaron Gordon really relies on his size and his, weight and everything. So I'm going to take the Bucks at home. I think they get it done. Simple fact, Giannis is back. Chris Middleton's back. I think Chris Middleton has a bounce-back game here. I think he has 24 to 30-point game. I think Giannis might have a 40 and 10 and 10 game. It'll be a really close game, though. Nuggets are no slouch, of course. Behind Jokic, just going absolutely stupid these last couple months. Just, trying to prove that he is the MVP for the third time. Like I said, he's not going to win, but this will be a heavy-hitting affair for sure. In our next game, we have the Hawks taking on the Thunder. I said I would no longer take the Hawks because they've just been on a downslope, and I'm not going to. I think if Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and them boys can beat the Brooklyn Nets, they sure as heck can beat the Atlanta Hawks. And I think that's what they do. I think SGA has a big game. I think Lou Dort will lock up Trae Young, so it's really just worrying about DeJounte Murray. Their young team has been playing great as of late, and I think they get it done here. In our next game, we have the Raptors taking on the Kings. I'm going to take the Kings here. Simple as that. They are one of the hottest teams in basketball right now. They're at home. They're going to light that beam again. The Raptors won't know what hit them. Harrison Barnes is playing great. De'Aaron Fox has been playing great. Domantas Sabonis is playing great. They're shooting the lights out from three. So, yeah, I like their chances big in this game. I'm going to say it's going to be a blowout by, the second quarter. Now, into our last and two final games, we have the Pacers taking on the Magic. Magic have been playing great. Pacers have been playing great. It's in Magic country. I'm going to take the Magic here. I just think the home advantage just slightly moves the sticks in the way of the Magic. The Pacers are no slouch, though. Never count them out. Will Tyrese Halliburton finally play? I didn't see him in the highlights yesterday when I was watching it on YouTube. So I'm just going to take the Magic here. I'm going to say Paolo Banchero, Franz Wagner have a big game over the Pacers, but I think it'll be a close one. In our next and final game, we have the Brooklyn Nets and Ben Simmons going back to Philly. They're going to, bleep all over that man. They're really, really just going to put one on him. Just going to be a dumpster fire over there for Ben Simmons. Be burning jerseys in the arena, some crazy stuff like that. But this this is a hard one to call. Honestly, I would say if they had Kevin Durant, like I know they have Kyrie and he's been playing great basketball. They beat my team, and stuff like that. But I'm going to say I just don't think, Nick Claxton, he's really come on and he's really been a good shot blocker. But I think Embiid will just be too much for him. I think Harden will dish out some nice assists, but I do believe this will be a close one because of Kyrie Irving. And I'd love to see the Nets win just because I love watching Kyrie Irving play and I love watching him win. Not against my team, of course, but I respect great game and great handles. And I think that matchup between him and Harden will be good. More of Kyrie Irving putting one on Harden because he's better than Harden. Don't at me. But I think the 76ers get a win here against Ben Simmons and them. It'd be funny if Ben Simmons came out and he had like the game of his life, like a revenge game. But yeah, those are all my predictions for this Wednesday game slate, this 9-game Wednesday game slate. As always, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And it's been your boy King Kife. I'm out. Peace.